Take a look at some of that damage. You can actually see clear into the house and point out what's inside. You can see the path where it cut through these trees before it jumped over the lake. With the water already starting to leave the banks last night, Public Works tells me they were in a panic. So they quickly took action. Maha Festival goers are kind of taking shelter under the nearby businesses here in the parking garages to try to stay out of that rain. We're not seeing any hail, fortunately, but we are getting soaked to the bone right now. The most recent levee break was at Peters Park. Now we're seeing significant flooding here on E16 going towards Taconic. Going through this light area, which is going to allow a space for vendors for events like the Maha Festival. And it goes on to the new Farnham Pier, which changes colors at night. And it ends here overlooking the Missouri River. Saw that there was a person being taken away on a stretcher and being loaded into an ambulance. We know that that woman is now on the way to the hospital. 7 days ago, tornadoes ravaged the Omaha Metro.
Kind of goes through it all and get in your mind.
For the first time since then, Mary McKinney is back in her home looking at the damage.
Oh, no, this is a lot cleaner. There was stuff everywhere.
She remembers taking cover in her guest bathroom as the twister began to move through her home, scattering insulation, breaking windows, and leaving a trail of dirt. Her grandkids were in the basement.
I knew with my knees I couldn't walk down the stairs.
She began to feel unsafe and fought through debris to reach her master bathroom.
It only lasted 20 seconds or so. It was fast, but it seemed like a lifetime. And all I could worry about was my 2 grandkids downstairs.
When it was over, her grandson came up to check on her. Looking in the living room, he saw the only thing still standing was his grandfather's flag. McKinney says her husband died from a heart attack exactly a year ago from the day of the storms.
It just kind of gave you a good feeling inside that he was looking out for us and protecting us, him and the Lord.
She says it's a piece she needed after that experience. National Guard members refolded the flag so it looked like new.
It just makes you feel so good to know people are so caring and so nice and they help you out, and just little things like that that mean a lot to you.
A star gifted to her husband also survived. It's now embedded into the drywall. McKinney says she doesn't know if the rest of the damage has sunk in yet.
I don't know if it's going to hit me after it's all over, but I do know I hug my grandkids a lot more.
McKinney also had flags from her dad and her father-in-law. Those were blown away, but volunteers were able to find them in the debris. Jessica Perez, KTV, Newswatch 7. Other than those names, we might not learn more from OPD until Thursday. The department plans to host a press conference then. But friends of the 2 men say they want answers now. They've asked us to hide their identities for fear of repercussions. This memorial in a South Omaha alley honors the lives of 28-year-old Jonathan Hernandez Rosales and 26-year-old Fernando Rodriguez Juarez.
He didn't deserve this, basically.
2 off-duty Omaha police officers shot the men early Saturday. Police identified the officers involved as Captain Jay Levitt and Officer Robert Saldo. Surveillance video from the laundromat next door shows a dark SUV pulling into the alley shortly after 2 a.m. Officers following closely behind with arms extended. Then, minutes later, an ambulance arriving and loading the victims.
I really want to know because, I don't know if there's an argument that happened before that would really just make the officer, see him as a threat, or, I don't know.
A witness says Jonathan and Fernando were coming from the Exorcist nightclub. This cell phone video from a witness taken shortly before the shooting shows Fernando in a white shirt standing in the parking lot of the club among a group of people who look to be in a disagreement. The witness believes either Fernando or Jonathan tried to break up a fight. Omaha police says officers recovered a gun from the men's SUV, but have not said if either of them pointed the gun at officers. Friends say they don't think either man would do that and risk their futures. Jonathan was from Nicaragua and needed to support family back home.
He said he came here mostly to work for his kids and his mom, because he would always send money back.
Fernando was in a similar situation and had a 3-month-old.
We just seen him and talked with him the day before, and he had a lot of plans for the near future.
They want more answers.
To know who was at fault, and if the police was unjust, they need to pay just like anyone else who makes a mistake.
The department plans to interview officers tomorrow. They are asking witnesses that were at the Exorcist nightclub to come forward with information if they were there around Saturday at 2 a.m. Reporting live in Omaha, Jessica Perez, KTV, Newswatch 7.